Welcome to a new deep dive. Today, we're plunging into the fascinating world of luxury timepieces. We're looking at a very special, limited edition watch, the new Cartier Tank Américaine, Platinum Art Deco European edition. Now, what's always kind of blown my mind about the original Cartier tank is where the idea came from. It's really quite something, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's captivating. The original 1917 tank watch, the
Yeah.
one that became such an icon, it was directly inspired by, well, a WWI armored
A
vehicle.
tank? Seriously?
Yes, seriously. Louis Cartier apparently saw the geometry of a Renault tank from above,
Mm-hmm.
and he adapted those lines. Think about that rectangular shape,
Yeah.
those vertical sidebars, the brancards. They mimic the caterpillar tracks.
Wow.
He took that very functional military design and turned it into this absolute classic of watchmaking.
So a war machine becomes a design classic.
Yeah.
That's quite a transformation. How did they then take that, that quite robust look and evolve it into the Tank Americaine?
Which is
Much sleeker, more curved, right?
Exactly. The tank design itself kept evolving, really capturing that Art Deco feel, streamlined, elegant. Then the Tank Américaine arrived in 1989, and its key feature was that elongated, curved, rectangular case. It definitely borrowed from an earlier model, the 1921 Tank Centre, which is also quite curved and ergonomic. But the Americaine softened things up a bit. Rounded brain cards, a restyled, softer curve to the railway track minutes marker on the dial, the chemin de fer.
Right, making it more fluid, maybe more wearable day to day.
Precisely. More adapted, perhaps.
And this new European edition we're talking about today, this builds on that heritage, but it sounds incredibly exclusive. What makes it stand out?
But it truly does. Well, first off, it's an exclusive European release. And they only made 120 pieces.
Just 120. Wow.
Extremely limited. And it's crafted in platinum. The case dimensions are 24.4 millimeters wide, 44.4 millimeters long, and nice and slim at 8.6 millimeters high. And here's a key detail for spotting the platinum, the crown. Normally on a tank, it's sapphire for gold cases or blue spinel for steel. But on this platinum edition, the 8-sided crown is set with a faceted ruby.
A ruby. That's unusual.
It is. It's like a little secret code from Cartier, really. It signals the platinum without being obvious, a mark of, well, insider knowledge almost. And you get those lovely, wide, rounded brancards polished on top, contrasting with brushed sides and lugs. Very nicely finished.
Okay, and the dial. With Art Deco in the name, I'm expecting something special visually. What have they done there?
It is special and quite bold, actually. The dial plays with different shades of blue. It uses a technique called camaïeu, creating patterns with these linear designs in varying blue tones. Yeah, it really captures that Art Deco geometry, the lines, the alternating shades. It creates this incredible depth and elegance. But here's the really interesting part, design-wise. They've actually removed the signature railway minutes track.
Removed it completely.
Completely gone. It's a very minimalist choice, very focused on the pure geometry, no distractions. Only the elongated 12th and I Roman numerals remain. The hands are still the classic sword shape, though.
That sounds quite daring, actually, stripping back such a core element.
It is. It lets the blue camaïeu pattern and the case shape really take center stage. It works, I think, gives it an almost abstract quality.
Fascinating. Okay, so externally, it's a piece of art. But what about the mechanics? What's ticking inside?
Right, so beneath the sealed case back, which just has a discrete, limited edition, 120 pieces inscription and gag, you'll find the automatic caliber 1899 movement. It's a movement Cartier designed specifically to fit well within these newer curved dimensions of the large medium tank Americaine size. It runs at 28,800 vibrations per hour, standard modern frequency, and offers about a 40-hour power reserve. So reliable and practical.
Good. Solid movement then. And finally, how does it feel on the wrist? How does it all come together?
It should feel great. It comes on an interchangeable semi-matte blue alligator strap. Very luxurious. And that's paired with a white gold folding clasp for security and, a nice finish. The retail price for this limited edition is EUR 26,400.
Okay, so pulling this all together then, whether you're a serious watch collector listening or maybe just someone who appreciates beautiful design, what's the takeaway here?
Well, I think this deep dive really highlights something fundamental about great design, doesn't it? You start with an idea, something maybe as unexpected and, well, utilitarian as a WWI tank. And through decades of refinement, reinterpretation, even simplification like removing the minute track here, it can evolve into something that represents the absolute pinnacle of luxury, artistry, and refined taste. It really shows how creative vision can just completely transform the source material.
That's a great point. It truly is amazing how an idea, that original spark, can endure and evolve into something so different, yet, still connected to its origins. Fantastic stuff. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.